Hey, look what I'm about to eat. Hi, look what I'm about to eat. This is tomato paste, and it tastes like pizza. It's really good. This is really good. I just won't show you my face. Here's here's what I did. It's tomato paste. I opened it with a can opener, and I put olive oil into there so it tastes like pizza, and I just dipped triscuits into it. Here's triscuits. David Frost. That sounded like David Frost, my friend. But this is this is not very high in protein. Well, maybe. Hey, it has some protein. 5 servings per container, 5 grams of protein. Let me zoom in on it. I'll show you. I'm holding one of those in my hand while I zoomed in and did this. Protein, 1 gram of protein per serving, 5 servings per container, 25 calories. The whole thing is 125 calories. It's 5 grams of protein. Every Triscuit has 0.5 grams of protein from what this says. It says 3 grams of protein. Serving size is 6 crackers. So 1 cracker, 6 goes into 12 0 times. 6 goes into 12 twice. 6 plus 6 is 12 and goes in that is 0. Anyway, it's 0.5. I do super fast math. I can teach the kids math really well. All I got to do is live right near them all the time. And I taught Ivan how to count into the millions and billions and trillions and quadrillions and quintillions and sextillions and septillions and octillions and nonillions and deca something illions, decakillions. I know, no, kill an animal. She had to eat one. There's a person named Deca who I shouldn't mention in the video. I don't know if she wants to be mentioned in the video or not. And she's a friend. She's Mishka's niece. She's the Salonovich people who built this neighborhood. She's their granddaughter. She's really nice. And so I taught Ivan how to teach stuff like that. But they're good at stuff. But mostly now it's God and Jesus. They got to learn about God and Jesus. So for protein, this entire thing of tomato paste has 5 grams of protein. 1 Triscuit has 0.5 grams of protein. 1 Triscuit. So 4 or 5 Triscuits. 5 Triscuits. That's in this entire thing of tomato paste. That's 7.5 grams of protein. So that's okay. And then adding olive oil to it so it tastes like pizza. It tastes like pizza. Vegan pizza. It's vegan. It's vegan. That's something that you can try sometimes. Vegan pizza with no cheese. Somebody doesn't want to eat it. I don't care. I look pretty good. I'm in pretty good shape. It's all dark in here. Hi. Hey. That. Oh. I'm selling the house. My dad's gonna buy it, I think, and my mom and dad are gonna. They're just gonna put it in their name this week. They're gonna put it in their name this week. So the contract I had on it is whack. My dad said he's really good at real estate. He taught business. Alexa, turn the kitchen light on.
Okay.
He taught business at the college level, and he's a businessman, and they have like 30 or 40 houses, and he has just as much stock as he has in homes. He's really good at business, and he's worked in real estate. He just had a regular job teaching at a community college. That was his job. but he worked and my mom worked, and they worked even more. So they had regular jobs and they saved money, and they were able to buy their own house, and then they bought another random house that they thought would make money. And at first they didn't know how to work on homes other than to clean, paint, and put new carpet in. That's what they did. And they made a bunch of money on one house. That was in the early 70s, I think, or the 70s. Maybe the mid 70s or 80s. I think it was the 80s, the late 70s or 80s. I don't know. It was the 80s. I think they only owned their own house in the 70s. When they first moved to Roanoke, they lived in a little apartment. And my friend, some other one of my friends lived there first before they moved in the house, but they lived there when it was brand new. These apartments. It was a different kind of neighborhood back then, and it was a good neighborhood. And then they bought their own house in Green Valley, this neighborhood called Green Valley, and then they bought like another bigger house that they still owned that I lived in one time when I was an adult, and I actually lived since I was a baby. Until I was 13. But anyway, I lived since I was a baby. I'm grateful I'm alive, but you know, it's not that bad that they have to talk like I'm a baby. But I was thinking about the baby earlier. She's 6. She's my daughter, Ayla. Hi, I hope Danica's watching this. Is Ayla there? I love you, Ayla. I love you. And she's pissed. Danica's pissed. She thinks that she thought Ayla's not my daughter, but I have proof in the Bible, and priests will verify it because they study the Bible and they know. And I was still married to Danica when Ayla was born, and maybe we're still married now. So I don't even know if we're married or not or what. I don't know if we're married or not or what, but I think we're married. We're married probably. We're probably married. I don't know. And so here's the tomato paste. I was gonna eat it tonight. Yeah, great. I was gonna eat it. Shit. He's a nerd. This is what he does at home. Tomorrow, I'm going to my mom and dad's house early in the morning, and I'm gonna sign a contract, and they're gonna buy my house. They're gonna buy my house, and I'm finally gonna get to go to LA and have a social life. I'm finally leaving the woods. And the guy who's gonna buy it, I think he's not gonna buy it. My dad said the contract's no good. The loan he was getting was, I think that's pretty much, unless something changes, unless he buys it, then he'll buy it. He might buy it, I don't know. Either he's gonna buy it or my mom and dad are gonna buy it. And then the closing date is next week. It really is gonna be next week of when my dad and mom buy it. And they're gonna buy it for like cheap, and I think they can do some work. They're gonna put in new cabinets probably, and they might resell it, or they're gonna keep it and then like they might just rent it out. They'll put in new cabinets and a new kitchen downstairs, and it'll look really good. Not a new kitchen downstairs. No, that's a good kitchen. A new kitchen upstairs and a new bath downstairs. A better bathroom in the downstairs bathroom. Everything else looks good, and then they can sell it for like $540,000 or $480 or something like that. And they're gonna buy it for like $300,000 because they already helped me with money so much. I'm just gonna sell it to them really cheap. Unless the other guy buys it. It's under contract right now. It's contract pending. This other guy might buy it, but I think my mom and dad will buy it. And it's supposed to close next week. So here it is outside. And so this has gone on and on, like at this house. I've been here about 7 years. This month I've been here 7 years this month. I was away from my wife and kids for about 7 years, actually 8 years. At this house 7, and in a house before that for a year, whatever it was. And so it's okay now. It's pretty good out here. How is everybody? It's a nice night. It's a nice night. Hi. My hair looks a little bit kind of nerdy. I don't care. I haven't bleached it or done much to like my looks. I could shave my face. I haven't shaved in a long time. I don't know how long, but I did use clippers on it. I did use clippers on it, and I trimmed my facial hair. It was starting to grow into a beard. Hi. Hey. So this is where my facial hair happens to look like. Hi. So I don't know what there is to do tonight other than I was gonna eat food with my medicine and go to sleep and sign the contract tomorrow, and then the closing dates this next week, this upcoming week, and then I'm gonna leave and go to California and then work in movies and finally go out there like every day, almost every day or every day, and finally work in movies and music and videos and things like that. It's done. It is done. I'm gonna sell the house. The beautiful, amazing house with this cool door, cool giant door, and all the cool stuff in this huge home. I'm selling it finally. Selling it for only $300,000. A huge mansion. Well, not a really huge mansion, but with finished and unfinished square feet, it's 8,000 square feet, but really only finished square feet, it's only like 5,500 square feet. So it's like, or maybe 6,000. That's 6,000 finished square feet. I think it's 6,000 finished square feet, so it's technically a mansion, but like a little on the smaller side for a mansion. It's not like one of those huge like places like when you like in the old days. It's a mansion. They're probably not as big as you think. I'm gonna eat the food. Maybe, so I can go to sleep. I don't know. I might just go put the phone down to try to show a black screen. I should have put it down on the counter. I'm gonna go. So that's it. I'm selling my house tomorrow. I'm going to my mom and dad's house, and I'm gonna sell my house. And I want to get in really good shape. I want to get in really good shape, better than I've ever been in my life. Looking for as far as the way it looks. I don't know if I'll be able to be as athletic as I was at various times when I was in my prime, but I may be able to still do it. It's possible, but here it's felt so awful. It has felt so awful, and I've had to be a huge emotional support for people older than me, and I like to be around her and the kids and younger people and older people and the same people who are older, and I think they'll live to be in their 90s, I hope to God. I don't know. I have a good feeling about my mom and dad, but and Al, I think he has a really strong will to live, even with his health concerns and stuff. So I'm gonna go to California where I have a reason to keep living. I'm gonna put the phone down. I gotta use the bathroom. I'm gonna Alexa, play Paul and Lane theme song by John Birmingham.
I couldn't find All Main Theme by John
Alexa.
Birmingham, but here.
Play Paul and Laney's theme song by John Birmingham.
I couldn't find Paul and Lady Theme by John Birmingham, but here is other music by John Birmingham.
Alexa, play Paul and Laney's song by John Birmingham.
I couldn't find Paul and Lady by John Birmingham, but here is other music by John Birmingham.
Okay. Alexa, just play that
You want
song.
me to play music, right?
Alexa, play Metallica Parody by John Birmingham. This is
Here's
Matt Shively.
Metallica Parody by John
This
Birmingham.
is Matt
On
Shively.
Amazon Music.
This is Matt Shively on bass. He was in a signed band playing bass. He was in Across Tundras. He's now a radio DJ for NPR. He's one of my friends, Matt Shively. He helped produce Animals From Outerspace stuff and played drums on it. This song he plays bass. That's Corey Greer playing guitar. And I played drums on it and sing. I recorded my voice singing after we played it together with me playing drums. And I recorded the song with all my own mics and recording studio at home.
one's called Metallica Parody. Say your prayers, little one. Metallica is number one. More important than the sun. Yeah. James Hetfield is my name. The asshole mustache is my claim to fame. What's that smell? Bin Laden shat himself in hell. Here comes the part in the story that's the breakdown. Now, little James Hetfield was playing guitar back in 1973 as a little boy, wondering if he would ever be able to patent the idea of a shart, and one day be able to put the word shart on t-shirts, merchandise, and even name a historic, timeless, amazing band, a musical group called Shart. So he had a talk with his mama, and she wasn't too fond of the idea, but she said, let's go down to the patent office anyway. Let's get started on your idea. Let's make this dream of yours happen. So little James Hetfield and his mama went down to the patent office, and they tried to patent the word shart, trademark, and get it started as that amazing band that he wanted to be in when he grew up. But shart was taken. It was already patented by someone. So they had to come up with a new name. Little James Hetfield thought to himself and finally came up with a name that he thought would be so great. It would be one of the most famous, timeless, meaningful, amazing bands to ever be created in all the world and universe. And the name that he came up with that day for his band was Metallica!
Okay. Okay, so I'm leaving my house next week, or in 2 or 3 weeks, but I close on my house next week. I really close on my house next week. So I'm selling the house and moving. I can't stay here anymore. And all my anxiety went away. Today, earlier, it was so much anxiety, it was awful. I'm gonna actually eat some food. I'm just gonna go to sleep early. I don't know, because I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and sign a contract with my mom and dad. I'm gonna eat this food. I don't care if somebody thinks it's gross or whatever, unless it looks too gross to eat. I'm gonna eat this food. I'm gonna eat medicine too. Where's the sound? Hey. I'm gonna eat food. My dad's really close to my mom, so it's made it so it's like I couldn't be too close to my mom because my dad is really close to her. But I was still close to my mom, but just not really as close as Danica, but very close to my mom. I got sad and cried about her today. Leaving Roanoke, but she'll be okay. She'll probably live to be like 100. Maybe, I don't know, 90. She has a really strong will to live too, like Al. I think my dad was gonna live to 90s. I don't know. I think 90s too, about. I have a pill of medicine I'm gonna eat that Danica got me to start eating, or not eating, or ingesting, but maybe eating. I don't know. I wouldn't bite it, but because it tastes bad. But risperidone. She had me start to eat the medicine or ingest the medicine every night, sometimes in the morning, since 2003. Yeah, 2003. I've been taking the medicine for 20 years, but I did quit it a couple times. So my plan is to quit the medicine when I get to California, because I'll feel like really amazing finally. I'll have enough money from this house, and I think it's going to be really amazing finally. Because here it just hasn't felt as good, but it felt kind of good. It felt pretty good, but not as good as it will in California for me. Some people may like it here, I don't know. And most people like it here, I think. But I'm moving. I started thinking it would be better to live there, so I'm just going to move there and get her and the kids there. And I can work on videos and movies musical equipment there. And I'm going to play in a band, or with Rowan and Ivan in a band, and the baby will sing. The baby will sing. Excuse me. No, excuse me. No. Yeah, no. And we'll all play music. And Ivan plays guitar. Ivan plays guitar. I got him a guitar. Thank God. Oh, get away from here. I gotta get away from here. I got away. I don't want to talk that way. I don't want to be one of those guys. Yeah, I got away. I wonder who sounds that way. I'm gonna get a water, no, a drink. John Candy was pretty funny. Oh, I'm gonna make a video. I think I'll make a video. I really want to get this house sold. That's the most important, to be there for her and the kids and have enough money. And then if I get the time, this is a really good video. Funny fat guys, funny fat men, funny men. I have to come up with what to call it the best. And just like, the fat funny guys, John Candy, Chris Farley, Abbott from Abbott and Costello. There are other fat funny guys. Oh, Dom DeLuise. Dom DeLuise. Oh, I hope that goes huge. Dom DeLuise, I think he's in heaven. I think he made it to heaven. He was alive even in the 2010s, I think. So was Burt Reynolds. Him and Burt Reynolds in Cannonball Run was huge, amazing. There was no limit to how big that went, their comedy. There's no limit to how big that went together as a comedy. Burt Reynolds and Dom DeLuise in Cannonball Run. That was so funny. Burt Reynolds' voice. Or like when they laugh at it, like Dom DeLuise. Or no, that sounded like a crazy hyena. But he would go. That's what he'd do. No, it sounded like a crazy hyena again. No. Dom DeLuise. It was really funny. That was one of the things that made me want to do acting. I thought they were so funny. But I wasn't really as motivated by the serious, cool actors as the comedy actors. Excuse me. Dad doesn't like me to say excuse me. I don't know why. I guess that means you're going somewhere else. You like to be excused. Or some fat girl in her class, the teacher made fun of her. But I hope it doesn't make her feel bad. Because, like, there's something about the fat girl is, like, either mean or, I don't know. Maybe not mean, I don't know. I don't even know what she was like, but she said, excuse me, pardon me. Every time her pants walked, she would make a sound. And the teacher made fun of her, or didn't make fun of her, but she was mean, or I don't know I have to find out what that is, but Danica doesn't like it if I say excuse me. I don't get it. I don't always like burping and stuff without saying excuse me, because I thought it was kind of gross. But I guess I just won't say it. She must have a good reason. I won't say that. I don't know. But I talk different from how I talked 10 years ago. I have different accents and stuff as the years go by. I might just always keep a kind of country accent. Compared to New York, I don't know, but I've had a little bit of a New York accent before. Not really when I got angry or something, but just here haven't been wanting to do it as much. I've been talking more in a country accent. I might have a kind of country accent. But I sound a little bit like the people around me who, like when I was in California, they all thought I was from California. But then sometimes they go, "Yeah, hi man," or I don't know. It was a different time back then. The country accents I did back then as a joke were like a little bit different from how I did them now. There's so many different country accents. Like I used to talk like Matthew McConaughey when I would do one. I don't know why. I didn't look like Matthew McConaughey. I just looked like a young kid. I was younger than Matthew McConaughey. And I had a little darker hair. And my face looked younger, but I thought he was cool. I'm trying to think if there's something wrong with me, like with my the way I look. I look forward to the sin I look forward to on earth. I'm wondering how I could sin less. How I could sin less. Because one of the things I liked growing up was like rock music, rock and roll music, and famous people, like rock stars or whatever they're called. And I also liked Mozart and classical music. Mozart was a partier. He was one of my favorites. I thought he was brilliant. And then when I watched the movie Mozart in junior high, he was a real partier. I don't know if it showed him doing any drugs or anything like that, but he did kiss women in it. But you could tell like nowadays he was a real partier. And somehow I like looked forward to that. That's the kind of music I liked. I liked the 80s glam rockers, but some of them I didn't. I'm trying to think about the ones I liked, if there's anything wrong with what I was hoping to do with that. But even without all that, like all through junior high, I never did any drugs. I never was with women, girls. I mean, I would have liked to be with girls. Every day I'd think about getting to finally kiss a girl and be with girls when I was a kid, when I was a little boy who was 12. And I didn't get to go all the way with a woman until I was married. That's pretty good. Took till I was in my 20s. I didn't take. I was just when I was in my 20s. I finally did. I'll play a song. I don't know. I won't. Not for me playing it, but like on that one that I already recorded. I'm not gonna play a song right now on guitar and sing it. I don't feel that great. I might sit down and go to sleep. I took my medicine. I don't know. I'm pretty well. I'm not sick at all. I like to play
What do you
John.
want me to play?
Alexa, why does it give you less than 2 seconds
Gimme
to
Shelter
respond?
by the Rolling Stones on
Alexa.
Amazon Music.
Alexa, stop. I guess you can go into the settings and change, like when you ask Alexa a question, when you say her name, you should have like 20 seconds to think about what you want to say or something. If you were, that's the way I used to be in high school, like kind of back then with my friends outside of class. I was pretty popular outside of class. In some classes I felt so nerdy and was really quiet. Alexa, can you play John Birmingham music?
Shuffling songs by John Birmingham on Amazon Music.
Alexa, next song. I don't know why it happened to play that one. Okay. Alexa, so next song. I better just turn the video off. I'm not partying right now. I don't usually party. Well, that's a cheap recording, but it's okay. I don't know. I'm gonna go. Praise God. Praise Jesus. I'm gonna go. Bye.